Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. The ledger that never sleeps. This was spotted in New York City. Marco here posting this. That's the one thing that can have a disastrous effect on BTC and prove that BTC is not the one. But XRP, power outages and XRPL's capability to work offline. Not saying that it will happen, but keep your eyes on January around the date on the fictional timeline on my profile banner. So he was referring to those offline transactions that the XRPL can support. He did clear it up down here that they cannot actually conduct transactions when the network is offline. Particularly, the transactions can still go through, but the XRP ledger does need an internet connection in order for them to run. So not to misguide anybody, we're probably going to turn around and be like, hey, no, wait, that's wrong information. Anyway, it's all listed down here if you're interested. Matt Hamilton did mention this back a few months ago. No, the XRP ledger needs connectivity to operate. It cannot operate offline. That demo video is of a way to prove a payment was made offline, but doesn't mean the XRP ledger can run offline. So still a great capability of the XRP ledger that I think goes unnoticed a lot of the time. But drawing our attention back to this, guys, the ledger that never sleeps, XRP being promoted in New York City. Wanted to thank Marco for posting that. We've got some Ripple partner news, guys. Cryptic Poet posting this. Ripple partner Ria Money Transfer expands presence in South Africa through an acquisition, a new one. This is Sikona. As you guys can see here, Ria Money Transfer expands its presence in South Africa through this acquisition. The acquisition of high-growth money transfer operator in South Africa provides opportunities for broader reach and a license to operate in the region with strong digital capabilities. And if you guys take a look over here, this is an older blog from Ripple's Insights webpage. Ripple partners with Ria Money Transfer to power instant global payments. So Ria Money Transfer, one of those competitors for cross-border remittances, they partnered with Ripple fairly early on. They have quite the presence overseas, and now they are expanding their presence in South Africa through this particular acquisition. Just to solidify that connection, Ria Money Transfer, a subsidiary of Euronet Worldwide, has joined RippleNet to enable instant blockchain-powered global payments. Again, this is from 2019, with customers in over 155 countries, more than 377,000 locations worldwide, and $40 billion in money transfer volume per year. Ria is one of the largest payment service providers in the world. By joining RippleNet's network of 200 plus financial institutions worldwide, Ria can settle transactions with increased speed, transparency, and efficiency and deliver a better customer experience. But more specifically, Ripple's technology will enable new end-to-end tracking, better visibility into fees, estimated delivery time and status, complementing Ria's transparency and reliability for the end user. So there's definitely a Ripple connection with Ria Money Transfer now. We're seeing them expand their presence in South Africa to provide a better service, more seamless cross-border payments for South Africans through this particular acquisition with the company Sikona. So wanted to thank the Cryptic Poet for posting that. Another one here, guys, this one from Andrew Berthold here on Twitter. Finally, Ripple partner Novatti Payments has acquired a banking license from APRA, or APRA, I don't know how it's pronounced, for its subsidiary International Bank of Australia. They've been trying to get this for years. So guys, this is breaking news, okay? Just coming out today, Novatti's long-held dream of entering the banking industry is one step closer, with APRA, or APRA, yesterday allotting a restricted ADI license to International Bank of Australia Payments Limited. APRA has agreed to allow IBOA Group Holding Party Limited to form up as a non-operating holding company. IBOA is the new name for a Novatti subsidiary formed 5 years ago to pursue a banking license, a strategic priority, chewing through capital for the ASX-listed payments enterprise. Novatti placed its shares in a trading halt first thing yesterday, and unfortunately, no one from the company or IBOA was in a position to clarify the fundamentals of the new bank's setup, funding, and priorities. The 2022 annual report of Novatti refers to an impairment of capitalized bank license costs, but oddly does not quantify this impairment, nor clarify the holding value as of June 2022 of the entity now trading as International Bank of Australia. But the biggest point here, guys, is that they did receive the license. And considering Novatti is Ripple-enabled, this is going to mean big things to come in Australia for payments specifically. So the company has developed a leading global B2B payments ecosystem, or so said the manager, Peter Cook. They're also providing businesses with everything they need to pay and be paid. So obviously they're covering the gamut. Novatti, as we know, a Ripple partner, has been for a while. So this is just the next step for them for mass adoption in Australia. Wanted to thank Andrew Berthold just for posting that. Mike Manfield here on Twitter also posting this, guys, with regards to Njaz Payment Services. So that's the company Njaz, a leading fintech company licensed to the Saudi Central Bank, announced a partnership with Ripple partner Thunes, a global leader in cross-border payments. So Thunes is in the news again. They are Ripple-enabled, and they've recently just partnered with Njaz Payment Services. This agreement will help our customers in Saudi Arabia to make instant international transfers globally to bank accounts and digital wallets using the Thunes payment network. Signing ceremony took place at the Seamless Conference held in Riyadh. Njaz is a leader in remittance technology, having developed a scalable self-service and digital infrastructure to complement its wide-reaching physical network, which addresses an evolving market and creates a fast, convenient, and cost-effective remittance experience. Through its established partnerships with correspondent banks and MTOs, it allows customers to send money instantly to more than 200 countries. So again, the seamlessness, the convenience, probably the cost being very low compared to competitors. Njaz offers its customers the best customer experience through a variety of channels. Customers can perform their transactions through more than 150 Njaz centers operating in more than 60 cities, 200 self-service checkout kiosks, 200 point of sales. Njaz also offers a full digital journey for its customers through the Njaz app with end-to-end digital onboarding and the creation of a wallet. So the app, right, the technology, that's also what's going to get the younger generations interested in jumping on board. Instant payments at your fingertips. Well, why the heck not, right? They also mentioned down here how it helps strengthen partnerships with MTOs, such as e-wallet service providers and banks in the KSA. And down here, guys, a quote from the CEO of Njaz: "We are excited to see this collaboration go live, allowing customers to send money to any part of the world instantly and efficiently. In pursuit of our shared goals to provide a frictionless experience when moving money globally, we are committed to our customers in delivering the most innovative technology-led financial solution." So Njaz sounds like they are jazzed up to be partnered with Ripple-enabled Thunes to provide better cross-border services in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia in particular. So that is some great news. Wanted to thank Mike for posting that. Wrath of Kahneman, guys, coming up with another connection here. Ripple user confirmed. This has to do with ABA Bank in Cambodia, first spotted in a now missing LinkedIn profile. This account terms and conditions was reported back in October of this year, mentions using Ripple for international transfers along with Swift and Ripple partner Ria. So another one that connects to Ria, but this document also mentions Ripple specifically too. The bank provides different forms of international transfer services, namely Swift, DPP, mobile transfer, MoneyGram, Ria Money transfer, Ripple, and API, among others. So this document here from ABA Bank, I will link this in the description if you guys want to read the full thing. And again, this is just from last month. So an updated report with regards to payments. And ABA Bank, I didn't realize that they are part of the National Bank of Canada group. So another connection there that we might want to pay attention to for future. Anyway, great news here. Wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman for posting that. And I touched on it a little bit this morning, guys. I'll link this morning's video up here if you didn't catch it. James K. Filan posting this XRP community. This is the latest SEC Ripple update. The SEC has filed a motion to extend the time to file all parties' reply briefs until November the 30th, 2022. So we have seen an extension because we have seen so many briefs pile up, and I'm thinking the SEC is thinking to themselves, okay, we need some time to go through all these. So they've asked the court to order that any additional Amicus briefs be filed by November the 11th. They're expecting more than 12. We're up to 12 now, guys. So many companies have now filed on behalf of Ripple, and Ripple does consent to this. New dates are now in motion. So guys, here is the ruling. The request is based on the recent filings made by Amici and proposed Amici. The SEC takes no position with respect to the pending applications to file briefs by purported Amici. However, in light of those pending motions, the Amici briefs already filed, see these requests here. The SEC requests that 1, the date for the parties to file their sealed reply briefs be extended from November 15th to November 30th. So here where we're seeing the delay, the page limit for party reply briefs be modified from 45 to 55 pages, and that any response to the Amici be contained in the reply briefs. The date for the parties to meet and confer to identify redactions to the reply briefs be extended from November 17th to December 2nd. So that's a new date and time extension as well. The date to file public redacted reply briefs be extended from November 21st to December 5th. The date to file omnibus motions and sealed all proposed redactions to all summary judgment materials be extended from December 9th to December 22nd. And the date to file oppositions to the omnibus motions to be sealed be extended from December 22nd to January the 9th. So guys, that is the new schedule. Put it in your calendar. Wrath of Kahneman here saying, as you predicted, delay, delay, delay. Karma coverage here pointing that out too. I can see why Ripple agrees with this. If you're a true supporter and not just being a bandwagon, then your amicus brief should already have been submitted. And then some people just saying down here, it's really only just a couple of weeks delay, only a 2-week delay. And Andrew is saying that in a facetious way. But I mean, considering what we're getting from these companies, a 2-week delay is really nothing. I mean, we've waited this long. Another 2 weeks, considering all the new ammo we have received. Fred Rispoli down here saying the letter indicates the reply extension would apply to both Ripple and the SEC, although I envision Ripple's additional response to Amici is very brief. We don't control any of this. Look at everyone that uses XRP and the XRPL besides us. So Ripple has got that leg up. Ripple's obviously got a better horse in this race. The SEC now has to deal with all these amicus briefs that have been filed. Stuart Alorati also chiming in on this. A dozen independent voices, companies, developers, exchanges, public interest and trade associations, retail holders, all filing in SEC versus Ripple to explain how dangerously wrong the SEC is. And what's the SEC's response? We need more time, not to listen or engage, but to blindly bulldoze on. Retweeting out James K. Filan's tweet here. So obviously Ripple's lawyers have their own opinion on this. The SEC doesn't care about Ripple or XRP holders. They only care about their own political agenda. Well, I think that sentiment is widely accepted in the XRP community. XRP Snaky down here saying, whenever Ripple wins the lawsuit, will there be any justice for us common folk? It's so crazy to me how the United States of America has financially devastated over 100,000 of us. So sad. And again, just the list of amicus briefs that have been now filed, up to 12. So guys, this is a big one. And somebody down here actually mentioning something about MoneyGram. Yeah, MoneyGram, I'm surprised they're not on the list, but they really should have filed an amicus brief. They are one of the companies that actually had to dissolve their partnership with Ripple due to the SEC lawsuit. Now, that wasn't confirmed. That's just what I'm thinking based on the timing of it all. Anyway, I don't know, maybe they'll still file one before the 11th of November. And the latest brief, guys, was the Veri DAO brief. This is the 12th one that has been filed. James K. Filan just kind of updating us on this latest brief. And here's part of the brief here, just giving you guys a brief description of what the company is, what they do. And down here, out of the 20,000 or more existing cryptocurrencies in circulation, the Veri tokens are just one of a few that have involved an SEC action against the centrally involved person. So these guys have also had an SEC lawsuit thrown at them. XRP is now another one they point out here. The members of Veri DAO have the unique experience of being downstream, unaffiliated, and secondary holders of the digital asset in which certain central persons were sued by the SEC. The fallout of such SEC actions has left downstream, unaffiliated holders of Veri tokens with no confidence or guidance on what they can legally do with their digital assets. Because downstream, unaffiliated holders of the Veri tokens, like those of XRP, do not have a common enterprise with the issuer and do not share in any profits of the issuer, such holders must look at their own use and trade of their digital assets to obtain value or profits. However, the regulatory cloud of uncertainty caused by the SEC entering the digital asset space, coupled with their unwillingness to provide clarity when clarity is sought, as explained in the amicus brief, has chilled the use and trade of Veri tokens by downstream unaffiliated holders. Consequently, the ability of these holders to obtain the intended utility and value from their digital assets has been hampered. So that is ultimately the stance that Veri DAO holds on this particular case. I will link this in the description for you guys if you want to read the full thing. Veri DAO was sued for fraud. We don't need bad actors supporting Ripple. Okay, that is something I did not know. I haven't been following that particular case. Donnie Crypto down here saying innocent until proven guilty. So don't know if it's even been proven yet in court. Nevertheless, it is another case, another amicus brief that is coming out and supporting Ripple. Wrath of Kahneman also chiming in on this particular case. Okay, this amicus is very interesting. Veri DAO really has no investment of XRP to speak of. It seems they were previously harmed by similar SEC actions and want to make a point. And so, I think I'm of the opinion that, the more support Ripple gets, the better it's going to be. Does it testify to the SEC's consequences, or is it just a kind of retrying their case? What will a judge think? And so some people just responding down here, like Psi.XRP, it's like several smaller people that got bullied and are now grouping up with a muscular giant to beat the perpetrator. Wrath of Kahneman agreeing with that analogy for sure. I wonder, though, if there are distinguishing returns between quality and quantity, or if the number of submissions itself is an important statement to the judge. I would have to think that it would be. Even the lawyers are saying, I think Jeremy Hogan was saying, this is an unprecedented amount of amicus briefs that we are seeing now being put forth in this particular case. And they're all just kind of piling up all at once right near the end. So I think that's going to have an impact, especially if, lawyers themselves are saying, I've never seen this in my life. Cryptocrat down here saying, could more amicus briefs start to play against Ripple, even though they intend to be on side? Wrath of Kahneman down here saying, I don't think so. Even if the judge were to disallow them, a message is sent that there are a lot of people who are upset about the SEC. I don't know if a lot of low quality submissions matter or not, nor do I know if any of these are. So another perspective here on the latest filing. Does quantity matter? I certainly do think it does. And even John Dean, just to kind of hit that point home, I mentioned in the amicus brief that the SEC attorney literally said to Judge Netburn, the court referenced XRP's utility. We dispute whether any utility exists, Your Honor. As I point out here, there wouldn't exist these cards if XRP did not have any utility. Retweeting out Dr. Martin Hisbrock's tweet down here. Here is the authentic look of the Uphold Inc. 4% XRP UK cashback card. I think it's lovely. So in the UK, if you guys live in the UK, 4% cashback paid in XRP with every transaction if you have one of these particular Uphold cards. So a jurisdiction with clarity, a jurisdiction where, people can utilize XRP, people value XRP enough to want to possess one of these cards to get XRP cash back, where you can utilize your cryptocurrencies like XRP in this example for purchases. So yes, clearly, there is utility. A dozen Amici briefs don't lie. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.